Tiff and The Punisher in the house. CPS, your time is up. Yeah. Yeah, waking up to the knock at the door. System coming for war, they twist the truth, fabricate more, leaving families torn. Tiff spitting fire, constitutional warrior, Punisher loading up, aiming straight at the corrupt core. Child protective, nah, more like child destructive. Stealing kids for the quota, bureaucratic injustice. Paperwork, lies, court dates, rigged from the start. But we expose the corruption, tear the veil apart. No more silence, no more fear. Voices rising, the end is near. CPS sauce, we coming for you. Tiff and The Punisher, breaking through. Gunning for the system, parental rights renewed. Fight the corruption, the revolution's due. CPS sauce, hear the war cry. Reclaim your family, never say die. Constitutional hammer smashing every lie. Tiff and The Punisher, watch the system fry. Family court circus, judges playing God with lives. Child support traps, keeping good parents deprived. Police roll up, badges hiding the agenda. But we drop knowledge bombs, no surrender. F in your corner, strategies locked and loaded. Reunification blueprints, the truth fully decoded. From the front lines, wicked, wise, and relentless. Exposing every fraud, make the guilty confess. No more silence, no more chains. Break the cycle, ignite the flames. CPS slugs, we coming for you. Tiff and The Punisher, breaking through. Gunning for the system, parental rights renewed. Fight the corruption, the revolution's due. CPS slugs, hear the war cry. Reclaim your family, never say die. Constitutional hammer smashing every lie. Tiff and The Punisher, watch the system fry. This is for the parents, fighting every day. This is for the warriors who refuse to break. Abolish the machine, tear it down. Wicked warriors rise, own the crown. Yeah, CPS sauce, louder now. Tiff and The Punisher, take a bow. Gunning for the system, we ain't backing down. Parental rights forever, wear the crown. CPS sauce, this is the sound of justice rising from the underground. Tiff and The Punisher, echo through the town. The fight continues, never back down. Tiff and The Punisher podcast, armed with truth. CPS, you're done.
They are taking our kids every day. A child a minute, no one has a thing to say. For those who have been isolated, don't be worried, you have a voice today. So listen up, everyone, here is the story. Child Protective Services is real. CPS is what they call it. They want our kids because it fills a lot of people's wallets. Come on, sing it! We all think it won't be us. We say when they come, we will be so tough. It all sounds good when there's no one to take them. But when they come, your voice gets to breaking. Stay calm, step away. CPS ain't taking no one today. We are educated. Stay calm, step away. CPS, you need to leave. I know the tricks up your sleeves. You can't do what you're trying to do. We have done our homework. Don't do a damn thing without a warrant. You will no longer will steal Tiff and the Punisher have come for the calling. They are giving us the CPS warning. Their voice is loud and clear. We stop losing our kids this year. Tiff wants to fight the entire planet. She is tired of our kids being taken, god damn it. She's been fighting CPS for 30 years, bringing children home from this disgusting mess. Oh, the Punisher is screaming out loud, abolish CPS and tear it down. I want all our kids to come back. Look at all those kids' pictures held up by Tic-Tac together. We are stronger than we need. We will tear down CPS with hot speed. We will do so much being together. Birds of a feather flock together. So watch out, CPS, here we come, picking you off one by one. We promise to bring back the family and prosecute the caseworkers unhandily. So give us back the kids you have taken. Tiff and the Punisher sending you all on a vacation. The one with bars in the windows, and the only games you play are on Nintendos. Corruption in courts, here we come. We won't stop until it's done. You judges need to learn what you stand for. This is Tiff and the Punisher Warrior. And we cry out to all of you out there. We need support for a cause that many don't care. All children are being stolen away too often. So CPS, we plan on doing the stopping. I stop. Hey, yeah. Oh, I stop.
What's up, Tiff?
Fucking awesome.
What'd you think of that? That was good, right?
Yeah, it's like a whole live concert. That was great.
Yeah, it was good stuff. That was really good stuff. I hope that your mood a little bit.
It did help my mood.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's real good. I'm glad. Because these days get you down. You know, like days like today, like you were just saying to me, will get you down with this shit, you know? When you feel defeated.
Yeah.
I mean, even though we had a newspaper article come out about us. That was cool. Or is there even newspapers anymore? A news article.
Well, yeah, we were on breaking news.
Damn right, America. Yeah, so we finally got a break on that in the news break article, right?
That was exciting.
Yeah, let's plant that music on. Yeah, it was really cool.
You want to read it?
Do I want to read it? Oh,
Yeah, you don't have to read it.
I could read it.
No, you know I can't.
Well, it's not that you can't read; you just can't see it.
I can't see it.
You can definitely read, but
yeah, I can definitely read. I just got to blow it up so big that I look like a typewriter.
yeah, it's like a freaking page. It's a letter per page.
Oh God.
Babe is tired of buying paper. I mean, they got a small freaking tree farm out back now just to have printed documents. So it says, exposing CPS failures, a podcast empowering parents with legal insights. It says, Tiff and the Punisher is a raw, unfiltered podcast hosted by Virginia advocate Tiffany Wise and Maine Darren Guay. The show centers on exposing systematic failures within child protective services, combining live commentary, first-hand accounts from affected families, and discussion of constitutional strategies available to parents navigating the system. It emerged during a period of increasing public scrutiny of family courts and has developed a following across platforms such as YouTube and Facebook. Tiffany Wise draws on years of involvement in disputes with Wise County, Virginia CPS, focusing on patterns reported by parents, including ineffective court-appointed counsel and reliance on unverified allegations. Darren Gordy, referred to as the Punisher, contributes a more confrontational approach, often challenging prevailing narratives surrounding foster care and agency authority. The podcast has featured guests who openly allege systematic misconduct, including public criticism of agency practices recently as early 2026. Episodes frequently reference legal mechanisms such as civil rights actions under 42 U.S.C. 1983. The show positions these tools as accessible to pro se litigants when supported by sworn factual records. The podcast reach is expanded through social media distribution and development of related mobile app, CPSPunisher.com, intended to provide guidance on CPS-related defenses. And then it goes, you guys should read it. I'm not going to read the whole thing for them because my jaw is tired already. But you should definitely check it out. I'll put the link up here in the chat so everybody can check out the article. But that's damn cool. That's damn cool. That's the first time that I've been in an article with you, Tip. Isn't it? Isn't it not?
Yeah.
I'm pretty positive that it is.
It is.
Yeah. Well, intentionally. You know.
And not for anything bad.
That's right. There's no steel handcuffs in this one. Everything's good. So, yeah, I encourage everybody to check it out. Click that link and then read the article, because that's just really, really cool. I'm really happy about that. Almost as happy as the Donald Trump letter.
Well, I did send that to Joe.
Yeah, everybody wouldn't have to remember.
Yeah, and it's days like this, you know, people are like, how, even you've asked me how I stayed in it so long. And I said, I do have days. And today's one of those days where like, I'm like, really, what is really getting accomplished? I mean, I know the stuff we're getting accomplished, but it seems like when we take 2 steps forward, somebody always gets knocked back 1,000 steps. And it's just frustrating.
Yeah. I mean, when you're talking at the end of the day, this is talking about someone's life.
Right.
This could be the difference between being here today and not tomorrow. Because, you know, there's only so much you can take, you know, especially when it comes to your kids being taken from. You know, there's only so much that you can take.
What's that static?
I don't know. Static. I don't like it.
There, it's gone.
All right. Yeah, I mean, there's only so much that you can take when you break down to it, you know, and especially when it's your kids, it's the stories about things, it's all of this stuff that you have, that you think, you know, one day you have the world by the balls, and then the next day they just take it from you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Not a damn thing. You can't go confront anybody with a gun or a fist, because you're going to go to jail, and that's not going to make anything any better. There's nothing that you can do about it. There's nothing you can do but sit there and wait and fester in it. And that's what sucks. Because nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to change with what you do. You're at the mercy. Once you get into that rhythm that they get you into, you're at their discretion. There's not a damn thing that you can do to get yourself out of the situation any sooner, any later. There's nothing you can do when they tell you can't see your kids. Now you got to go do this. And then you can say, well, I'm going to go to the courts. I'm going to file this paperwork. Just the same time every night, everybody. Don't worry about it. Keep calling. You go find this, you know, you go find you file the paperwork, and then you got to wait for the courts. And you got to wait for this. And then the next thing you know, it's been 3 weeks and you don't even get to see your kids. And all this time, you're just festering in your head all of the things that are gone wrong, the bad things, and all of this shit. And finally, you just get to that breaking point where you just can't take it sometimes, where enough is enough, you know? And you just hope to God that the people that we talk to and that we try to help for educational purposes only, and all of these things can hold on for that, you know, because nighttime's very lonely. Nighttime's a long freaking time, you know? And I think that's why you'll find a bunch of green dots on that midnight, you know, like when you go past the 10 o'clock hour, you'll see a bunch of green dots if you're Facebook with all these groups, fight CPS and everything. These things are lit up. And of course, everybody's like, oh yeah, meth heads and drug addicts and all this. No, fuckheads. It's because we can't sleep. Because there's nothing worse than going to bed at night knowing that your kid's not there and you wondering what the hell's going on with your kids. It's got nothing to do with drugs. It's got nothing to do with anything. You know, like for me anyway, sleeping, I don't even like to go to sleep because one, you wake up and you're in the same bullshit. So nothing changes. And two, it's just worry about things that you can't change. You know, there's so many things that say like, don't worry about the things that you can't change. You know, like so many people will tell you that don't fret about things you can't change. Well, you kind of have to. It's your child you're talking about, you know, and you need to have the mentality that you can change this. And you need to have the mentality that you can do something about this. And you need to have the mentality that they need you. And you need to have the mentality that they're going to come home to you one day. But man, they just fucking strip you of so much that sometimes it's hard to have that feeling.
And I think for me, I told Joe tonight, I feel so fucked up because I don't know what to do. I've never had a case like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, man.
You know, it just sucks when you can't take into account corruption. You can't take into account that people are pieces of shit. And you can't take into account that, you know what? This fucking government and the people that are running it and the people that are in these courts and the people that are in these uniforms, majority of them are crooked as shit. And it's not a matter that they don't go by the law and they don't go by their statutes or codes. They don't even go by any of their own rules. They go by whatever the fuck they want to do.
Right.
They feel what they want to do, and that's not right because you don't get to do it. You got to go right by their book, which they don't even go by.
They don't even know their own books.
Right. And there are precedents that say the errors and the flaws of the caseworker supersedes that of the bads of the parent. But go ahead and try to bring that into the courtroom and they'll just shake it off. In layman's terms, that means if the caseworker fucks up, that supersedes your fault, your flaws, and the case should be dismissed, is what that means. But yet they don't go by these things. And why? No one enforces them. It goes right down to the basis of Donald Trump giving this country back to the people and nobody doing a goddamn thing about it. Until it affects you, which everything's going to come, people. Believe you me, everything's going to come to a head and everybody's going to be affected. And at that point, it's going to be too late and say, damn, why didn't we do something? No, they're calling you too. You know, that's the whole thing about all of this is it's all going to come to you. 7 million Americans a year have CPS involved in their lives in one way or the other now. 7 million. 75% of the kids by the age of 18 will have some sort of interaction with a CPS agent before they graduate or before they're 18. That tells me that they're coming and you better be ready. And then you're going to say, well, I better pay attention to the CPS shit. Well, it's too late. When they're already there, it's too late. You didn't do enough. You didn't follow enough. You didn't pay attention because it didn't affect you. And look, I'm one of the people that sits here and says, I was that way. You know, they have to have a reason to take people's kids. They don't just take kids away from people. I was one of those people. And I wouldn't even give you the time of day. Wouldn't even give you the time of day. If you told me that CPS came and took your kid, I would think that you were a piece of shit and I would walk away. They must have came. You must be an awful person because I didn't want to believe that this government did these things. But they do because they came and I was humbled and they did it to me. And I'll tell you what, you become a believer real fucking quick when they come in and they can take your kid for no reason.
Yeah. And see, here's the thing with Joe. I've dealt with a lot of people. in this whole time I've been doing this.
Mm-hmm.
I've only met 2 men the entire time. One did get sole full custody, even of his stepchildren. And Joe. He asked for help and he got railroaded.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what's got me so to the point where I'm just ready. I don't know, man. I just, and with the things that are changing and all this letter that Trump put out to all 50 states, why are we still dealing with this? Honestly, why is the money not going to helping these families? I'm not understanding. It's so fucking common sense.
It's not even common sense. It says it. It says it right in their fucking rules to get this money, reunification, and this money is for the well-being and the fixing of the family. That's what it's for. That's why they did it. It says it. How many people out here that watch this show have lost their kids because they went and asked for help? Deidre. That's what happened to Deidre.
Yeah.
So what the hell does that tell you? That means don't go ask for help.
And stay out of the courtroom, because not only did he ask for help, CPS got involved because he went and filed for sole custody of these kids to keep them out of harm's way.
Right, which is where they put them.
Right back in harm's way.
Right. It's crazy. Simon Walker, 4514. What is up? And welcome. He's in Australia, Tiff. Simon, hey, mate. I tell you what, we did a podcast the other day with a gentleman from Australia, and they're just as bad down there.
They're bad everywhere.
You know,
bad everywhere.
All they are a legitimized kidnapping, trafficking association. And, you know, I was talking to somebody the other day, and I put it into realization myself when I said, you know, it's like the luckiest unlucky you've ever been, because you figure 7 million calls a year, right? They say, and then they wind it down and wind it down. So you pretty much won the lottery reversed, because you made the cut out of 7 million people. You made the cut to get yourself TPR'd and to have your rights taken from you as a parent. You made the cut, but not for something that was on the good, on the bad. So you went, after they vetted all of these people, you made it to the end. Now, I'm not talking about these son of a bitches that actually lay their hands on kids and they're causing this, and their kids are really in harm's way and they're not getting the care and all of that we're needing. We're not talking, you know, those ones, you deserve it. Those kids hopefully get a better life. But it doesn't even seem like that's happening now. Doesn't even seem like they're taking these kids from these families that have no trauma, no nothing involved, no nothing. Even you have doctors saying now that the trauma that these kids get when they are removed from a home, it would be better to keep them in an abusive home than to remove them from their families. That's what they say now. Now that says something, doesn't it? And let's talk about the number of kids that get removed from bad homes but then get put into foster care situations that are raped, killed, you know, all of the, I guess raped and killed would be about the extent of as far as it will go. But I'm just saying, like, all of this bad shit's happening to these kids when they go to the foster care system. And where the hell are they getting these people from? What, are they vetting good parents and giving them to the shitty ones that they should have taken the kids from? I mean, how is this working? You know what I mean? Like, how does that even come about? You took these kids from a good home and put them into a home of a pedophile?
Yeah.
What kind of vetting system is this? Right. A murderer, an abuser, what kind of, and we all know that the courts, when they take your kids, they give it to the abuser. That's where the kid will go in Joe's situation.
Yeah.
You know, it's proof, but that's where it goes. And it's terrible. I mean, who says that that's what's in the good of the best interest of a child? And that's the other thing, the best interest conundrum or the best interest theory or whatever they call it. That's exactly what it is. The best interest of a child is whatever the judge determines. That's what there's no standard. It's whatever that judge decides that they want to fall under, what their guides of their day is, you know? And it's
Well, it used to be the tender years, right?
right.
And then it went from the tender years to the best interest of a child. And I've always said the best interest of a child cannot be determined for a 5-minute interview with a guardian ad litem and
Right.
on a piece of paper. A judge can decide from that. No, you don't know anything about me. And I'm going to tell you, you look so bad on paper. I'm going to tell you from experience, you look so bad on paper that it doesn't matter what you say, because I told you, if you pull up my address, it looks like I'm slinging dope out my front door as many times as the police have been here. But that's not the case.
Right.
But on paper, I look like I'm a drug dealer.
Yeah,
all this.
all the traffic and all of this, that, and this. You know, it's crazy. You're absolutely right. Like when we were in court, they're reading that shit. And when my wife and I went out for recess, we're like, oh my God, we sound like monsters. Like when they're sitting there reading this stuff, you're like, holy shit. But that's not none of it was true, and it wasn't the case, or none of that. But if I was listening to that, I'd be like, psh, guillotine the son of a bitch. They're terrible. You know what I mean? But it wasn't the case. And we're like, wow. It's awful. And they can do that for anybody. They can doctor it up and make it, you only get this little bit of time to convince this person that doesn't know you that you're a decent person. And they do a damn good job of making you look like a piece of shit.
Yep. It's terrible. It's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to talk about Joe's situation again. They were having a heart attack because this man was using space heaters. So I pulled up the Virginia fuel assistance paper, and it clearly says on there, portable heater, space heater, propane heat, all this shit, right? So then I pulled up the cooling assistant one. And it says, as long as you have at least one air conditioner in your house, you all can sleep in the same room. What is the difference in a space heater, natural gas? What is the difference? There's heat.
Right. We had those people, remember, oh my Lord, I don't remember their names. I can't remember their
The
names.
couple.
Do you remember them? The ones that had that
Who
place,
moved them?
South Carolina or North Carolina or whatever, that they had.
I
This,
remember them.
they ran the extension cords out, and they said
Yes.
because the extension cords that was it, that they couldn't be the parents for them, and they never got their kids back.
And that's wrong.
Over extension cords. Over extension cords.
The first thing I want to say to everybody is nobody, I don't care if it's Jesus Christ, is going to come in my house and dictate how I live.
Jesus might be an exception to the rule. I might, If
I'm
Jesus
speaking-
died for most stuff, right. But I'm just saying.
Okay, nobody should be dictating how anybody lives. If that's the case, we should all be able to go to these motherfuckers' homes and tell them, oh, your refrigerator needs to be cleaned out. I'm taking your kids. Or, oh, you got dirty dishes in your sink. Oh, your house is dirty. I'm taking your kids. What's
Right.
good for us is good for them. And what's
Well,
good for them is good for us.
Or let's drug test them. How about that?
Yeah, absolutely. And hey, better yet, not just drug test them, make them go through the psychological evaluations that they put parents through.
Right, they should, because that's a stressful job. So they should be. And just like judges. Did you know that,
Cops.
did you know that judges, if they, let me say this right, because I don't want to misquote it.
You already read it.
Oh yeah, I did, right? That time about the whole substance abuse, or that their mental capacity and all that isn't any, that eliminates them from the cases. And what do they say, like 75 or 65% of the judges are at that point or something? It's crazy. No one ever, you let these people rule in on us day in and day out and make decisions that will affect all of us for the rest of our lives. And no one checks on them. Where's the checks and balances on these judges?
There isn't.
Where's their mental evaluation? Where's all of this? Because that's where these mental evaluations should be going. If you're going to put this on things of parents, which we're allowed to be parents, God gave us a penis and a vagina. That was to make children. So everybody can do it. Any idiot can make a kid. Sorry to say, but that's the truth. Not any idiot can be a judge. So maybe those standards should be the ones that are in question, not the ones to be parents. You know? But we're not talking about that, are we? We don't want to talk about drug testing caseworkers and all of that, because you know what they're going to find? They're going to find Ritalin, they're going to find Adderall, because all of them do their little, oh, I'm a college, this, that, and this. And Friday nights we'll have our wines and eat our Adderalls or our Xanax or whatever the hell that they do. And it's okay, you know, because they're prescribed it.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Legal drugs for them. You know, that's exactly, but I'll guarantee you that you'll find the majority of these caseworkers are sniffing Adderall or Ritalin or something along those sorts. I mean,
we had one that was the head of the meth lab.
The meth lab, yeah.
And you're ripping kids away from parents? Are you kidding me? I went to urgent care with Cairo.
Oh, wow. Catwalker, nice.
I had to use the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't do drug tests, so I had no clue what I was in store for, okay? I walk in this bathroom and I bullshit you not. I said, what the fuck is that? That's exactly what I said. They taped up the back of the toilet with red caution tape and yellow caution tape and all this shit.
Look like a crime scene?
Just like a crime scene. That was my exact words was, what the fuck is that? And she was like, oh, we drug test here and we don't want people to be able to dilute or whatever she said. And I said, oh my God, that was horrible.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And they're putting people in this. They're putting people. I don't understand this hair follicle test. How many is cleared done? How many is cleared done hair follicle test? Or was
like
it
2 or 3?
Right. Why? There's 6 months. They go back 6 months to a year. They don't show current situations. But you're going to make her go in there and cut a patch of her hair out every couple of weeks or every few months? Or these people, you do these invasive tests on all of these people that keep coming up negative and negative and negative and negative and negative and negative and negative, but you still don't get your kids back. Why?
And they don't take just a little bit of hair. According to Virginia, they take 300 strands. My daughter's lawyer one time, she got pissed at me. But this is when they tried to take King and I stepped in. And she called me and she was like, and my daughter called me, she said, I passed the 22 block. I said, what the fuck is that? And she's like, I passed 22 different drug tests. I said, okay, which I already knew she would. So her lawyer called me because she wanted her to do a hair follicle test. She said, well, I don't understand why she doesn't want to do one. If they asked me to do one, I'd shave my head. Here I go. She passed 22 different drugs already. The test, she passed it. Absolutely not. Now you all are infringing upon her 4th Amendment right and you don't even have a fucking warrant. Mm-hmm. And they dropped it. No.
Look at this with Skinwalker, Jesus Christ. Catwalker, New York City says, they intentionally harm my children and family. They will pay one way or another. They sided with the username of pedophile Paul, username incest. And she says she has proof. We need to get her on the show. You have time to come in there, Catwalker, New York City? You want to come on the show and talk with us? I'll put the link right here. You can come in and join us if you like.
Wow.
So I want to hear about this. There's the link. Louis says that even Pink is under scrutiny for by DHHS. Wow.
With all the money Pink has, Pink just needs to get her a damn good lawyer and shut them motherfuckers down.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. But this is just getting out of control, and we are going so far away from accountability of the ones that are doing this to us. Like, it's like, that's like going, like all these people are out there writing bills, doing all of this and all this. And do you see that urgency about the bill slowing down? Like, where's all this bill talk now? Where is all of this, this hate and discontent and animosity and like, we're going to do this and we're doing that and we're going to get this bill and we're going to do this and that and this. Where are they all?
I had I guess the Supreme Court of the United States says, y'all need to stop talking about judges. Well, first of all, that's a violation of our First Amendment right. We can scrutinize anybody and everybody. Anyway, I was telling you about this. So I commented and I said, well, if they did the right thing, they wouldn't have to worry about it. So this dude said, I'm in court all the time and there's policies, procedures, I don't care about that. They're not doing their job correctly. They know it. We know it. Everybody knows it. The problem is we don't have enough people standing up to these judges and saying, absolutely not. You will not violate my rights, my children's rights, my boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, whatever you are to them, baby daddy, baby mama. Because everybody's worried about going to jail. They can't lock everybody up.
Oh, yes, they can.
No, they can't. They can't lock everybody up.
Tiffany, I just got arrested for being at my own house.
Darren, when you insert your rights, Maximus or whatever it's called is very clear. You cannot go to jail for inserting your rights. Now, can you go to jail for being disorderly or contempt of court? Yeah, but 9 times out of 10, that's not going to happen.
But when is
because they know.
When is inserting your rights going to become that?
When what?
When is inserting your constitutional rights going to become that? Because they are already spitting all over our Constitution, standing all over it, pissing on it, and everything else by doing what they do to us.
Well, that's because people are not informed, right? I've said this millions of times, you can't just go in there and say you're violating my constitutional rights. You have to say you are in violation, and everybody needs to learn their state constitution too. But you have to say you're violating my First Amendment right to free association with my own child. You're violating my Fourth Amendment right to privacy. That includes my children. You're violating my Fifth Amendment right because I don't have to say anything. And you're definitely violating my 14th Amendment right to due process by not even letting me speak.
And if you don't freaking get the hell out of my house, I'm going to invoke my Second Amendment right and shove this gun right up your ass. I don't recommend doing that, but...
Yeah, don't do that. But you have to be able to articulate your rights. And you know what? I love when they continue, because the worst thing a judge wants to hear is I'll see you in federal court.
Mm-hmm.
I've said it myself. I've done it. And now it's come back, Miss Wise. We're not done. Oh, we're not done because I said I will see you in federal court. That's why we're not done. Because a few minutes ago you said you're dismissing my whole petition because I pissed you the fuck off by telling you what the law was.
Yep. Hey, Catwalker, New York City. You see that link that's in the chat right there? It says host, and it's got the blue link. Click on that and come on in, and we can chat for a minute. I definitely want to hear what you have to say. Yeah, that's it. I'm done dealing with the town with our house burning down and the bullshit they're getting with us. I skipped the local courts and went right to the federal court today.
That's right.
No, motherfuckers, let's play. And John,
and unless they insert the eminent domain on you and they have to give you fair value for your property, you have every right to take them to court. They can't seize your property because it's convenient for them.
I'm the CPS Punisher. That's what they're doing. They're making
I get it.
They're trying to shut us down. They're trying to make
you're a threat.
Yeah. I mean, they already tried to blow me up. And
yeah.
They didn't succeed. So now here we are. You know? And that's the risk that you take when you do this stuff. But they're not going to sit there and still, bully us, and they're not going to do it. I'm not going to have it. Now I got to move a little bit away from you guys, so screw yourselves and let's fight. We'll fight from the federal courts. Of course, they're all friends, all these guys that drive around in these black police cars with black stickers on them and all of that stuff. Black on black. That's what they have up here now. All the police cars are black on black. That's very nice, isn't it? For the people that are supposed to stick out, so you're supposed to help them. Look at Europe. Look at all those places. Look at their police cars. Hell, it looks like a goddamn racetrack. Checkered flags all over them and everything. You know what that's for? Because you're supposed to know where the safety vehicles are if you need help.
Yeah, they don't want to help us.
Mm-mm.
Because they too believe that they're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And this is where people get misconstrued, right? Like, I don't have a Captain Save-A-Ho complex, right? I'm very humble about what I do, and I get so frustrated. I was talking to you before the show about it. But what I'm not going to do is let people violate people's rights. It's not right, and it's definitely not legal.
No, there's nothing more frustrating. But it's like it puts it into a fire force for you. You know what I mean? Like the more that they shut you down, the more you come back at them. And it's like playground antics, you know, like you're not going to get at this, you know, like and they just come at you. It's like they taunt you, you know, like, ah, ha, ha. But they get away with it because they just belittle you. They taunt you. They taunt and taunt and taunt. And I'm so surprised that people haven't gone off their edge more than they have, more than what we see. Or maybe they haven't, we don't know. I don't know. But I'm so surprised, so surprised that this stuff is still going on in the manner that it is.
Well, if I ever get to the White House,
Oh, you're going to get to the White House one way or the other.
we're dismantling Department of Health and Human Resources, Department of Child Support, Foster Care, and CPS. They're going to be gone. It's going to be kinship, and you will take care of your responsibilities. Period.
It won't be any of that anyway. It's just going to be that we will all take care of our own. We don't need anybody coming in and peeking in our windows, looking in our fridges and all of that. The neighborhood and the community will take care of, because all this stuff is done is separate the neighborhood mentality, separate the community. You don't see people outside having barbecues and all that stuff that you did 10 years ago. Just 10
Nope.
years ago. You don't see the community coming together. Why? Because they've isolated you. You don't want to catch the CPS. You get a CPS case, you better watch out, man, because you got nobody in your life. Nobody is coming to your rescue. Nobody's coming to assist you. And all your friends that you thought were true friends are gone. Gone.
Even family will abandon you.
Yep. Yeah, Catwalker, New York City. Yeah, we're on tomorrow. We're on Monday through Thursday at this time. And I'm going to put the email address, if you can email me so I can get your information. It's cpsvhuntingjustice@gmail.com. That's right here in this link. Email me at that so we can get you on here. That'd be really good. But yeah, of course, Louie and Susie, if you could get a hold of Pink, we would love to have her on the show. Are you damn right?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah, we want Pink on the show.
I love Pink,
Mm-hmm.
especially her old stuff. But anyway, we won't go there.
Like Rockstar, like that too in the Rockstar one.
Actually, I like Candlestick, and I like, what do you think about that?
That's the Tiff. That's the Tiff lineup. Do we get paid for that? Do we get paid for you announcing that?
No, I don't know.
We'll find out when YouTube says we can't monetize because you said something.
But I'm not quitting. Darren had to bring me back for a minute.
Yep. Yep.
He's like, Tiff, you're dealing with corruption. You're doing you got to keep remembering that. But I'm telling you, I have my days, and today was one of those days. I'm not gonna lie. It was terrible for me because I just feel so helpless.
Yeah, you know, you can't save everybody as much as you want to and as much as you'd love to be Superman. Even Superman doesn't get everybody, you know?
Thanks.
You know, like even Superman has his days, you know, where the kryptonite gets to him, you know, whatever. But, you know, what are you going to do? You know, you just can't win them all. And that sucks. Because unfortunately, we aren't superheroes, and we're not able to make everybody accommodate everybody. You know, and it does. It hurts you when that's your thing. When you got one thing to do and you can't do it, it definitely hinders your whole attitude towards the entire thing. But
Yeah.
if you left and you got upset because of all of that stuff that's going on, then there's going to be somebody else out there that you could have helped that's going to miss that, and then that's not worth it either. You know,
No.
so you can't give up. You just can't do that. And I know you, but you know, even just it does. You know, those days where you're just like, I mean, I'm not trying to blow myself up, but they tried to blow me up, and we still had a podcast that night. We still had a podcast. We've not stopped. We never skipped one. We never nothing. You know, like that's because there's people out here that depend on us. There are people that might not make it through the day if they didn't have this podcast or something to look forward to.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like, this is my happy place.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't give that up because this is truly what makes me happy.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I'm sad today,
Mm-hmm.
but this is my happy place.
That's right. But, you know, then there's always, when you can't do it, you always got to put your faith in the man upstairs, I guess.
Yes,
That's your last line. And hopefully you'll do right by Joe.
I hope so. I just feel so hopeless. And I think that's what's fucking with me the most. It's like I've never felt this hopeless. I just can't, I don't know.
Well, I mean, you can't do anything for nothing. You know, like when there's nothing there, how do you help someone that hasn't done anything wrong? How do you correct something that isn't broken? How do you correct something that was doing everything the right way to begin with? What kind of
And
precedent?
that's what fucks with me too.
But he was just trying to be a good father.
Yeah. And that, I don't know. I'm just so, I don't know. I can't even describe really how I feel. I'm very, I don't know. I know things are happening. I know new laws are going into effect here. I know the detrimental despair that he's feeling because I'm feeling it too. Like, I don't know. I can't get his lawyers to do anything. I've talked to one of them. He's such a nice guy that they just walk all over him. The other lawyer's like, well, I didn't tell you had to do anything. But actually, you did tell him that, right? Because it was like, you either do this or they're going to do this. And then he asked for help and filed for custody. That's all he did wrong.
But he didn't do it. That's not wrong.
I know it's not wrong, but to them, he's wrong. Because mom, the drug addict, the one that abandoned her kids, the abuser, she can do no wrong because they know that those kids are going to end up in foster care very soon.
Mm-hmm.
And she's not even fighting them.
That's just a check getting ready to come in and come out. Come in and come out. Four beautiful little girls, right?
4 of them.
And then a son too, correct?
Well, there's 6 of them. One's in a psych hospital, the oldest.
The one that's lost it because of all of this.
Yes. And then he's got the son. And then she's got the 4 little ones. Oh, thank you. I love you guys too. But this is my happy place. And I tell Darren that all the time. Even when my dad, the shit that happened with my dad, he's like, oh, no, we don't need to go on tonight. I'm like, yes, we do.
It's, you know, it's crazy. Because really the only people that are getting hurt in this whole thing with Joe is besides Joe, is his kids.
Yeah.
Because they want their dad.
Yes.
They're waiting for their dad to come there and save them from this situation that they're in, and he can't do it. And that's what kills you as a parent, to know that you can't. Because the hardest thing for me when I talk to people is they get all stuck on this whole, my kid's in foster care and they're doing this to them and they're doing that to them and all this. And I say, stop. You got to stop. Because that doesn't matter. Because in my mind is, well, my kid's in foster care, so they're being abused, so they need to stop that bullshit over there. They're not going to bring them back to you. So you've got to stop with the focus on this stuff and stay the course. They want you to be distracted and fight this fight that's going on over there. And it's, you know what, there's no worse feeling in the world than knowing your kid is being affected in one way or the other, and there's not a goddamn thing you can do about it. Can't even argue about it, because that argument's not going to matter. You got to save what you have for your fight. You know, the kids will deal with that after the fact when you win them back. But if you go off on that tangent about them being in an abusive home and a foster care and everything, you're going to throw off the fact of your own path that you needed to get to win. And that's what they want you to do. They want you to be distracted by other things, because then you've been so enraged and so engulfed in this, a month goes by and you never made this appointment. Or you didn't do this because you've been talking to this person or this person and this person. And believe me, we know of all people, we freaking know, you start getting on that phone in a day and that day is gone. You know, all of a sudden it's 6 o'clock, all the offices are closed, nothing you can do. And you're like, where the frig did my day go? You know, and that's it. That's just the way it is. So stay focused, people. You got to stay focused. You know, you got to stay focused. It's just, you know what? There's nothing more to say about it than it's just a shitty situation to be in. To have CPS come into your life and dictate what they do and take your kids is just a shitty spot to be. And that's all there is to it, you know? That's it. You know, and it just sucks. There's nothing good or positive about it. Even when your kids come home after a short stint, you don't even get your kids back then, because they had to do what they had to do to get by in their situation. And we don't even talk about that, like what the kids have to do to get themselves mentally right and correct to go through their situation. And that's their own, that's the battle, that's a whole battle, man, that we don't even discuss or talk about. You know?
And when they do talk about it, from my own experience with my children that are almost in their 40s, they're still talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And they still have PTSD. They still have all the emotions. It's terrible. It's terrible. This is something that a child that is taken from their parent will never get over. Time will heal some of it, but it doesn't always go away. I'm telling you, my kids still talk about it. We talk about it all the time.
Mm-hmm. It's a thorn in their side. Because do we lose the time? They lost the time with us that you can never get back.
Yep.
You know, they lost it. And they had to go through things that maybe they'll never talk about with you, or who knows what they went through. You know, like you only know what they tell you. You know, it just sucks. The whole thing is bad. Now, if it worked the way it was supposed to work, it could be a positive thing. It could be a good thing. All they had to do is change goddamn adoption to reunification. Change all those words from adoption to reunification, and I guarantee you we see a whole different system. That's the way. You want to talk about reform? You want to talk about changing the system? How about that one simple thing? Everything that says money for adoption, blah, 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 just change it to reunification. You see a whole different mindset, whole different system, whole different everything. It's that simple. You want to write a bill that should stick with everything? Put that in it and send that to Congress. Here you go, guys. You guys can all keep your corruption money. You can keep all the bullshit. But what you're going to do is keep the kids at home, and we're going to reunify. But all you other people that need all this money, you can still have it. Just keep the damn family together. Just do that. It's very simple. Just change those words. You know, but they love.
I gotta go put them to bed. Please call Joe.
Yeah, I'll give him a call. And Catwalk, New York City, make sure you email me, and we will get you on here tomorrow night so you can tell us this convoluted story that about the pedophiles and the caseworkers. Never ceases to amaze me, I'll tell you. Never does it cease to amaze me. But I know it's real.
Yeah.
So, Tammy, have a good night. Everybody, have a good night. Michelle, Louie, see all of you. Have a good night. We'll see you all tomorrow.
are taking our kids every day. A child a minute, no one has a thing to say. For those who have been isolated, don't be worried, you have a voice today. So listen up, everyone, here is the story. Child Protective Services is real. CPS is what they call it. They want our kids because it fills a lot of people's wallets. Come on, sing it! We all think it won't be us. We say when they come, we will be so tough. It all sounds good when there's no one to take them. But when they come, your voice gets to breaking. Stay calm, step away. CPS ain't taking no one today. We are educated. Stay calm, step away. CPS, you need to leave. I know the tricks up your sleeves. You can't do what you're trying to do. We have done our homework. Don't do a damn thing without a warrant. You will no longer will steal our kids this way. Tiff and the Punisher have come for the calling. They are giving us the CPS warning. Their voice is loud and clear. We stop losing our kids this year. Tiff wants to fight the entire planet. She is tired of our kids being taken. God damn it. She's been fighting CPS for 30 years, bringing children home from this disgusting mess. Oh, the Punisher is screaming out loud, abolish CPS and tear it down. I want all our kids to come back. Look at all those kids' pictures held up by Tic-Tac together. We are stronger than we need. We will tear down CPS with hot speed. We will do so much being together. Birds of a feather flock together. So watch out, CPS, here we come, picking you off one by one. We promise to bring back the family and prosecute the caseworkers unhandily. So give us back the kids you have taken. Tiff and the Punisher sending you all on a vacation. The one with bars in the windows, and the only games you play are on Nintendos. Corruption in courts, here we come. We won't stop until it's done. You judges need to learn what you stand for. This is Tiff and the Punisher warrior. And we cry out to all of you out there. We need support for a cause that many don't care. All children are being stolen away too often. So CPS, we plan on doing the stopping. I stop. Hey. Hey, yeah. Oh, I stop.
They said don't fight the system. They said stay quiet. They were wrong.
in what so many have failed to. We are gonna show you what bar attorneys have hidden from all of us. Hundreds of thousands of children and twice that of parents have been lied to and walked down the road of termination. It's the death penalty. We're all of the protesters, the ones who fight for the rights of prisoners, dogs, illegal immigrants. Why aren't you coming to the aid of our children and families? Right here in America, every day a child per minute is kidnapped. And no one cares. We fight alone until today. CPS Punishers mount up. Here comes the CPS Punisher. Anonymous tip, another lie from one of them. No warrant, no proof, just a badge and a grin. Stealing kids like trophies, thinking they'll win. Mama crying on the porch, daddy in the cage. System wrote the script, but the CPS Punisher just flipped the page. The educator they banned, I see every violation, every forged line, every ex-part hearing, every stolen time. One tap of the app and the truth ignites. Welcome to the CPS Punisher, now we can fight. CPS and the courts have lied to us all. The courts will not disgrace the family. CPS Punisher, here to avoid the chains and expose the game. CPS Punisher, the educator they never wanted you to find. Punisher, one tap and their empire cracks. We rise, we take our kids back. The app is called the CPS Punisher. I'm the cape in the shadows, the skull in the night, the binder full of secrets, the weapons you all need. Ab initio, watch me void that lie. Fourth Amendment armor, watch the tyrants cry. Falsified drug test gone in a flash. I see Tevio, warrior, due process king. Every parent's hero when the hotline rings. I call it justice. Download the truth, now the system busts us. From the courtroom to the streets, hear the battle cry. The CPS Punishers arrive. Kiss your bar asses goodbye. They tried to silence us, now we're the loudest voice in the room. CPS Punisher, here to avoid the chains and expose the game. CPS Punisher, the educator they never wanted you to find. Punisher, the children never leave again. Families rise, we never look back. We now use the CPS Punisher. This ain't revenge, this is reunification. This ain't rage, this is resurrection. Open the app, step into the fight. You ready? CPS Punisher, the app you need when they took your kid. CPS Punisher, the truth they hid, now the truth gets lit. Punisher, download the power, take back the throne. Punisher, you're never alone. CPS Punisher, the educator they never wanted you to find. Void complete, family restored. The bar is finished, the Constitution will prevail. Judges do what's right. Treason is your penalty. Here comes the CPS Punisher.
We know it's all about the money, we know they lie, we know this is corruption. Does CPS know what they are doing to the children?